to Bravo, Kaya Spade, and Elena Connell to Alliance Alpha. Oh, I need to unlock the Alpha slots. Hang on. Okay, Alpha slots will be unlocked. Okay, Alpha slots have been unlocked. So that is, yeah, Elena Connell to Alpha. I mean, you don't need to use Mimic. Okay, so for people who don't know, the way that Mimic works is it's a single-use lost action. You target someone, you target another player, and when you use Mimic, you gain a copy of the actions that they currently have slotted at full uses. So the purpose of Mimic in the loadouts and raid text chat is to get you back to normal actions after you're finished with Slimes and Golems. And that's something that doesn't require you to put anything else in your holster. It's just a pre-pop action. Yeah, so in order to mimic back to actions, you target one of the casters, probably from Golem side, and you check to see that they have like Chain Spell plus Cure 4 or Fond of Magic plus Cure 4. And then once you have them targeted, you mouse over the Reminiscence buff, and if it's correct, you click Mimic, and then just instantly you get a copy of their actions. It's a very good action. And if you don't have many Mimics, I will give out fragments. I will give out fragments of Caprice. And this is just one of many uses. Like, it can just be used as a general purpose way to refill actions, as well as, I mean, it's just completely flexible. You can use it to mimic anything, so it's good. Yeah, it takes a lost action slot, but since you get to copy 2 actions back to your bar, it's just very good. Oh yeah, maybe I should actually raise. So Elena. Oh, thank you for res. Let's see. So Elena is not listed as one of the 8 slime rolls, so you will be going to Golem side. Yeah, so we're splitting parties for slimes and golems. Okay. So Elena can incense. Thank you. Oh, oops. Cannot type. And is there one other person who can bring incense? Yeah, Aldous is asking for one more incense user. Wait, was only fans saying they could also tank a golem? Alright, I'll put down OnlyFans in the spot of incense. If you got a plan to do that without incense, or yeah, just I can trust you to make it work. It's gonna be 8 people to slimes. Slime side tanks, we're gonna need to bring a little bit of self-healing. So potion kits do actually generate aggro when they proc, but we need to keep ourselves alive, so we'll just deal with that if it comes. Yeah, slime side does not need very much. We're sending, okay, two tanks to. We're still sending 2 tanks to Golem side. Actually, let's see. Actually, I want to swap Thana and Feetpick Burglar, so we can have both of the Golem side tanks in Aldis's party. So I'll need to unlock slots, but it'll be Thana to Alliance Delta, Feetpick Burglar to Alliance Bravo. Okay, and I will unlock slots. Oh, Max Piggy is here. Slots are unlocked. So if Thana, you could join Alliance Delta. You'll need to leave and rejoin, and the password is 4135. Oh, more people are showing up. The short sack is no longer short. I mean, it's half size. Okay, and I will unlock that slot in Bravo. Yeah, I guess if you guys want to roll for duel, let me see. I think OnlyFans does have a billion notoriety. Yeah. So if you'd like to duel, then please roll /dice with your chat mode set to Alliance. Yeah, and you can also just roll if you want, just to get notoriety. OnlyFans, you won the roll. You have notoriety. Unless William wants to prog. I don't know. Okay. Aldis, you don't want to bolster your notoriety? If you want to give it another shot, like if you haven't cleared the duel yet, then you're welcome to try. And like as a progressor, as someone who's progressing the duel, you do have priority. Okay, so in that case, oh yeah. Oh, we got a third tank on Golem's side. Okay, so that works out perfectly. Duelist is William Drake. Prague. Okay, and now let's also assign raid roles. 2 melee DPS to run Lost Rend Armor. We have 5 melee, if I count correctly. One of them is the Duelist, so between Jagged, Shiroi Kosetsu, Mizuki Kaneko, Elena Connell, 2 of you please agree to run Lost Rend Armor. I also need a couple volunteers to bring Lost Perception. That is... necessary at one point in the fight, or in the instance, and... Actually, you know what, we don't need Sweep 3. And Sweep 2. Okay, OnlyFans Sweep 2. Our Lost Flare Star user will be... Let's see, are there any... I guess either Fane or Kaya. Does either of you want to run Lost Flare Star? Oh, that works actually, yeah. So you can... Actually, is Jagged... Yeah, Jagged's not bringing special actions to Slime side, they're just tagging reds, so... if they have... Actually, Jagged, are you planning to, like, bring Excellence Fob into Seeker or something? I mean, actually, Elena, what you can do is just bring a couple extra Rend armor in your holster. You can mimic any regular melee. After you use one of their actions, like after you use their Banner of Honored Sacrifice, you can put Rend armor. You can overslot actions in the middle of the fight, and that way you'll also get the bonus in the opener.
Hi. Thanks for hosting this, by the way.
No problem. Thanks for coming. Oh, so Aldous, are you okay with... It's 3 true tanks on Golem side. So, yeah, Own is no longer Incense. They're a true tank. Alright, Kaya, so yeah, if you want to bring Lost Flare Star, it's just, we don't want like multiple people bringing Lost Flare Star since that'll overwrite the cast. I'll put you down as Lost Flare Star user. Alright, Elena will rend. Can I suggest like a no incense strategy for Golem side? Pretty much just have one tank holding like a green and a blue Golem to start. They'll interrupt green, let blue Golem turn white. Once the southwest blue Golem tank is done, they can provoke the white Golem down to a southeast room. So that is one plan. I think we figured out all the roles. In your parties, make sure that one of like we have 2 healers in all the full parties, so make sure that one of you is bringing Spellforge and one of them bringing Steel Sting. If you're the duelist, you can slash. That sounds fun. And then yeah. Anyway, okay, ready check. This is to make sure that you have all of the lost actions and essences required. Gosh, it took me a long time to set that up. You're not bringing incense. I mean, I think that would be simpler if Aldous agrees. Oh, there are 4? Oh, there are 4 true tanks on Golems. Okay, never mind. There will be no issue. Yeah, so you'll just be bringing the regular Rend Armor loadout. And I have you assigned as the Rend Armor 2, so that is after the first Rend Armor falls off, you will apply it with a delay of 30 seconds. And then after that, just on cooldown. When we hear back from Shiroi Kosetsu and Mizuki Kaneko, we will enter the instance. I probably won't be able to call it out. Like you can if you try to look at the boss debuff bar, maybe you'll see the Rend armor debuff counting down. Yeah. Anyway, it's not like super critical. Just do your best to keep it on the boss. Shiroi Kosetsu is ready. Waiting for Mizuki Kaneko. Also ready. Party Finder is going down. We are entering the instance. Please click commence so we can enter DRS. And I completely forgot to put my pre-pop in my holster, so I'm going to be waiting to run down to the box. But anyway, welcome to DRS. When the walls go down, we're not going to jump on the glowing pads. We're going to use all our starting lost actions, as well as Pure Essence and Re-Razor. Refill your holster back up to maximum capacity at the box at the bottom of the stairs. That is the only place in DRS where you can refill lost actions. Once we jump off the pads, there's no coming back. So your 99 holster space is all you've got for the entire instance. Yeah, I'll slot in Blood Rage Font of Power shortly. On the evil side, yeah, also confirm with your co-healer that you have Spellforge and Steel Sting between the two of you. Okay, I'm going to start marking people. Our slime side players marked. Let's see. 3 southwests. Actually, they used shapes on Primal. I don't know. It should be fine. Yeah, 1 Lost Burst. You won't need to reslot Lost Burst unless like we wipe or something. But yeah, you won't need to bring additional Lost Burst. If you did bring an additional Lost Burst, then as a caster you can use that on the Queen's Guard for a big gain. That's not required. Batteries have not been assigned. If you... Oh. Okay. I froze. Hopefully I do not crash during this run. If you are planning to bring Excellence, please put it into chat so that people know that you are bringing it. Yeah, also, players with markers over your head. There are 8 of us. Like, can you please congregate around... Or actually... Yeah, anyway, all the players with markers overhead, we're going to Slime side. And... I'm wondering how I should explain this. Bubble may fall off. We're all true tanks. Please bring ether kits in holster. Or sorry, not ether kits. Please, for slime side tanks, or like, I guess burst rampage. Yeah, everyone with the marker overhead that's going to slime side. Make sure you have like 1 potion kit in holster. And yeah, please do buddy check your parties. Elena, do you have a pure essence of the duelist? Please apply that. Do. Resistance potion kit, it should come from the same fragment as your re-raisers. Just bring one so that you can self-heal. Although I guess we do have a true healer. Lysander may choose to heal us or not. But basically, yeah, slime side, that potion kit is just to keep yourself healed. Protect is going to last. Bubble may not last. If we don't have bubble, that's fine. As long as we have protect and potion kit and holster. Shiroi has no pure essence. 6 fortitude. Yeah, that's not bad actually. So if you do not have a pure essence of the duelist, I'm not going to reinstance for one person. If we wipe and we have to go back in, please get the correct pure essence fragments. For now, just put on a defensive essence, something like a deep essence of the beast or deep essence of the plate bearer. If you do go down after slimes and golems, we will not res you. That is all. Let's have all teams run ready checks. Report in shout chat when ready. I can't even remember which parties we were missing. So we have 30, so that's 3 full parties plus Charlie, okay. Alpha Bravo, yeah, Alpha Bravo Delta plus Charlie, okay. Two with no pure. Who's the second person with no pure essence? Jonas, do you have a pure essence of the duelist? Pure essences in DRS are like required to do your role function, to be able to survive raid-wise, to deal enough damage. They're not really optional. When I'm giving alternatives, it's so that people don't just instantly fall over. But yeah, pure essences are a requirement to participate in DRS. Yeah, maybe I should rethink my procedure, but yeah, we should give golems and slimes a try, just to get the practice in. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more in-depth explanation for slime tanks, but it's different than what normally happens on LEGO Steppers, at least. Yeah. Okay, Alpha, Bravo, Delta, Charlie ready. Jonas, if you have a pure, go ahead and apply it. Otherwise, we're just going to jump. Okay, and actually, I should mention this. So if you don't have a marker over your head right now, then please gather around the one-way mark. If you don't have a marker over your head, you're going to Golem side. There should only be 8 people dropping on Slime side. Everyone else to Golems. All right. Seems like we're all ready. So let's go ahead and jump. Golem side, go ahead and drop down on the east side jump pad. Drop down a voice channel where you'll be receiving directions from a combination of Aldous and OnlyFans. Slime side, the 8 of us.
Hello everyone, I'll be the Golem side call for today. I'm just gonna give it just a minute to wait for anyone else to drop on down to the VC. No, it looks like everyone is here. Since we do have 4 true tanks, if I could have each tank on one of these golems. Okay. And if I could have 1 healer on each of the golems. And it looks like we have that as well. And if we could have a physical range, please go join OnlyFans and Akiazumi at the red golem over there. Okay. We have a Perceptor on Golem side. Both traps are north. If we could have our Perceptor take the position of north Golem pad, if you would like to do that. And then we'll need 1 more DPS at the position of south Golem pad. It looks like Elena Coronel. Okay, they'll take that position as well. So, well everybody, welcome to Golem side. What we're going to be doing here is taking these colorful golems into these rooms and killing them. You may see that there's only 2 colors as of now, but they can change colors. One being blue, which is this golem over here I'm jumping on. Let me give myself a marker. This golem here will be a blue golem. This golem down here is a white golem. Do keep in mind that it's not currently white. I'll go over that later. This golem here will be a green golem. And this final golem over here will become red. So, what might these colors do, and how do we get them to their colors? Well, I'm going to take it 1 room at a time. So, starting in room 1, or the first to be killed, will be the blue golem. This blue golem is going to be going into the southwest room. There is no trap in southwest, so feel free to save your invuln as you go in. So, once the golem gets up, use your ranged attack, use provoke, get aggro the golem, and bring it onto the pad in the southwest room. From there, the blue golem special ability is that it has a tank buster. So, a tank on a blue golem will receive a pink spread out puddle. What that does is once that resolves, the tank will take a hefty bit of damage and a massive bleed. So, once that bleed takes effect after the tank buster, healers will need to cast Asuna and cleanse that bleed off the tanks. That is all for the blue golem. Second on our kill list is going to be right below, which is the white golem. This white golem will be going into the southeast room. However, you may notice it is not white. That is because all these golems like to cast Metamorphosis, which will change their color. If the Metamorphosis cast goes off, the color will change. If it is interrupted using your interrupt ability, it will not. So, Fanya O, since your golem is currently blue, Once you see Metamorphosis, you'll want to use Interject and interrupt it every single time so it stays blue. However, for this golem here, you'll need to let the Metamorphosis cast go through, as once it is cast, it'll change the blue golem from blue to white, which is why it's going to be bringing to the southeast room, as the southeast room pad is white. You still do have to deal with the blue tank buster, however, as that's what its current color is, so please be ready to cleanse the bleed off of Akko, or Aiko. You know, if I'm pronouncing anyone's name wrong, please just feel free to let me know. And the White Golem's special ability is the fact that it is a benediction. So, once it hits around 30% HP, it will start casting Compaction. If that Compaction cast goes through, it'll act like a benediction, restoring it to 100% HP. So, we will need to kill it while it is casting Compaction, or just beforehand, to make sure it does not go off. The third golem over here is going to be the green golem. As it's currently green, all Metamorphosis casts need to be interrupted. The Metamorphosis can only be interrupted. It cannot be stunned or slept. Oh, Compaction as well. Compaction is just DPS. You cannot interrupt, stun, sleep, nothing. It has to be killed. So, for our green golem here, this green golem will be going to the northeast room, as the northeast pad is green. Since there is a trap in the northeast room, you will have to be very careful. What I'm going to ask is that if our Perceptor and our north golem pad could percept the middle trap and 2 north traps. We're going to be saving our invulns for just in case something happens. So, Temulin Ka, once you get your green golem in front of your door, do not head in until the trap has been percepted, and make sure to walk around and not pop it. Unless it's a poison trap, feel free to pop the Blackest Night and get a free prop on Max Piggy as soon as it. Yeah, if you feel like popping it, go right ahead, but it's not needed if you wouldn't like to. The green golem's special ability is the fact that it will eat the holy golems, which is why we have 1 person north and 1 person south to take care of those ads. As if they are untaken, they'll rush to the green golem and get eaten, granting them a massive damage up. That's really it for the green golem, as it does almost nothing. And finally, over to Tank 4. Which will be our red golem tank. As it is not currently red, we'll need to let 1 Metamorphosis cast go off to let it change to red. However, once it has turned red, Own Leaf Hands will be taking it on a walk all around the room. So, Vert, this is where you come in. After it turns red and Own Leaf Hands is bringing it around, you'll want to cast Head Graze on Metamorphosis, stopping it from casting. The reason why we're going to be bringing Red Golem all the way around is because Red Golem's special ability is that all auto attacks become very heavy-hitting tank busters. But in exchange for the massive damage, it gets a massive slow, so it's slow enough that you can walk it around. There is also a trap in the red room, so please wait for William Drake to use Perception and percept that trap. To our 2 north and south tanks. You may not be tanks, but you will be taking on that duty. So, William Drake, you'll want to use Perception, find the middle trap, red trap, and green trap. Then head to the north pad, where you're going to be picking up and killing holy golems that spawn. Elena Connell, your job will be the same thing as William Drake, except much easier. As soon as we enter, you'll be taking the south pad right at the entrance, picking up golems and killing them as they spawn. And for everyone else here, you are our designated DPS murder ball. Your job will be to go in order from 1, 2, 3, 4, killing all the golems. Make sure to do a wiggle check, don't get AFK kicked. However, once we get to our 4th and final golem red, we will have to be careful. We will not be killing the red golem. Instead, bringing it down to about 20% HP and stopping all damage. Once it hits 20%, we're going to be focusing on the hallway ads until Rupture is called from Slime side. Then we'll go back in and kill red golem. Make sure to use no dots on the red golem as well, as we do not want any continual damage. And for everyone, please do not use any of your lost actions, as these golems are not worthy of our DPS. However, if it is a free action such as Seraph Strike, Flare Star, or Perception really, as it has 99 charges, feel free to use it. But otherwise, do not use your lost actions. If everyone is ready, can we have people do a ready check? If your party is ready, please say so in Yell Chat. I don't know which parties we have, but I see 4 parties ready, so looks like everyone here is ready. All tanks, please make sure to turn on your tank stance. Once this timer hits 0, William Drake will be opening up the door. Please do not run ahead to the second half until the trap has been percepted. Our DPS murder ball will start with blue. And let's do this. Be careful of the middle trap. Grab your golem, take it to your room. Healers on blue golems, get ready to Asuna. And Asuna now. Pick up the holy golem. And interrupt if you need to, otherwise let it change. And on to white golem. Save your burst, save your burst. We're gonna wait to burst it till it starts casting compaction. Interrupt all golems. Use your burst, kill the white golem. Give some love to the south hallway golems as we go up to green. Watch the trap. And kill the green golem. Interrupt all golems. And on to red. No dots. No dots on red golem. We've been getting it down to 20% and stopping. Interrupt the golem. And stop your damage. Stop your damage. Focus on the hallway golems. Wipe has been called. Let's head back to the red room, and we'll get it on the pad. And kill the red golem. And that, everyone, is how Golem side does work. Now, if we could all gather around the campfire in the center. Do not pop it, wait for everyone to get here. And congratulations, everyone, on a successful Golems. Slime so sadly unable to do it, however. So let's pop this trap. Get up, use a spell, use an ability, get rid of Transcendence. We're going to be heading back in after this, so once we are all down, we're going to be leaving the instance. Make sure to redo your holster, grab your Pure Essence and Re-Razor once more. If you do need a Pure Essence or a Re-Razor, once we exit, that'll be your time to grab one. And let's all leave the instance and rejoin the main Slimes VC.
If you're just sitting on a pad, you shouldn't need it.
Alright, so we'll try like stance off in the rooms. Sorry, what I'm saying is for slime side. We almost did it. Yeah, so our two players who need pure essences, take some time to get those. Or you can come to Gangos on Ferry. I can provide pure essence fragments for you. And for everyone else, make sure that you still have a pure essence and Re-Razor. Yeah, auto potions generate a lot of aggro if you're stanced while they trigger. Incense Burst, I mean, that kind of sacrifices a lot of holster weight, potentially, so I'd rather not do that.
We don't need Incense Burst for Burst Rampage. Like, the only real problem is if a heal proc goes off the moment a soldier spawns.
So we have one more player. Did Jonas Brothers get their Pure Essence fragments? Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to run ready check. Yeah, go ahead and appraise outside, just to make sure that you don't get ridiculously unlucky.
Yeah, I appraised 20 ranged ones and got 20 dervishes the other day. It was good for me, because that was what I was trying to restock, but, you know. Terribly bad luck, in my favor.
Oh, 15 is plenty, yeah?
I got
You
it.
you need one per instance, so yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
let's go ahead and go back in after people finish changing areas. When we re-instance, you should not need to reslot any lost action unless you have like less than 50 of Rampage or Burst. But do reapply Pure Essence and Re-Razor. Do refill your holster up to 99 out of 99. Slime side individuals, please mark yourselves. And I guess Golem side can meet up on the one marker when they are ready. And once again, go ahead and buddy check your party. Make sure that everyone has applied their Pure Essence and Re-Razor. If you see a red slime casting, then it's probably okay to run up and burst it. But in general, it should be fine to just like you don't need to stand on top of them. Also, Jagged, like this is like a like, I don't know how consistent it is, but you can, like, without running into the entrance of the room, kind of jump over and target slimes from over the wall. Like, you may be able to do that sometimes, and it'll allow you to pull slimes faster. But yeah. Also, let's see, if a soldier does run into the room, I think the best way is probably just to kill it. And do remember that you have a stun. The stun works on the Potion Soldier. So that will prevent it from golfing with a big slime. So we're waiting for cache to clear up. I'm just going to say once cache is clear, that's going to be everyone ready. Golem side, go ahead and drop down. Jump on the pad. Also remember to jump down a voice channel.
If we could have everybody back in their original positions, that would be great. We did a really nice job on Golems last time. Just need to repeat that same thing again. Does anybody have any questions on how Golem side works? Yes, totally. And it looks like we have our traps. One in the southwest, one in the middle, and one randomly in the north. So, I would ask that our southwest tank, Diana, make sure to pop invuln before going into their room, or wait for William Drake to percept their room. Either way, it looks like no one has any questions. If you would like to, everybody do a ready check. I saw a Bravo ready earlier. Do we still have a Bravo party over here? Okay, so... is the rest of... yeah, thought so. Okay, so we're all ready to go. Make sure to turn your tank stance back on. Once again, traps are southwest, middle, and one randomly in the north, either red or green. And let's do this. And DPS down the blue golem. Blue healers, get ready to Asuna. And Asuna now. Interrupt if you need to. And on to white. Save your burst, save your burst. And burst down the white golem. Give some love to the hallway golem as we go up to green. Be mindful of the trap. And on to red. No dots on red, no dots on red. Uh-oh. Stop damage on red golem, stop damage on red golem. Focus on the hallways, we're waiting on slimes. Vert first, since you have aggro, once we need to get out of the pad, just do small circles around the red pad, ensuring that it's standing on the pad. And there is Rupture. We're going to be DPSing it down low. Make sure it's on the pad. Oh, be careful, the red golem attacks. Kill the golem, kill the golem. And focus on the hallway golems. Bring them to the center. Bring them to the center. You may see them casting Demolish. If so, stun it. Or not, that is all. If we could have all parties do a ready check. Well, not really check, just make sure everyone is alive. If your party is alive, jump up on the pad. And let's head back up to the main science DC.
Now I'm wondering if Knuckle's onto something with the 1-weight resistance potion. If those ticks don't generate aggro, that might actually...
Because the hot ticks don't. Stop
True.
the Endwalker, that the hot ticks don't generate aggro. But they're also really weak, because they don't scale with your health bar.
That is also true.
It's like 1600 per tick.
Okay, anyway, good job Golem side, good job Slime side. The hardest part is over, so welcome to the fun part of DRS, where the instance truly begins. So a couple notes that I didn't go over yet. So first of all, this is an instance. If you're completely inactive for 10 minutes, you'll be ejected from the instance, and there's no way to rejoin. That is the AFK kick timer. So make sure you wiggle at least once every 10 minutes. Second, the centerpiece mechanic of DRS is resurrection restricted. Normal raise actions do not work. So the only ways that we have to pick people up are your re-raiser, Lost Arrives, used by a healer equipping a Pure Essence, Healer LB3, Lost Sacrifice, the Healer LB3 effect from Dynamis Dice. And for this reason, Limit Break is a very precious resource. Do not use Limit Break if you are a DPS. Limit Break is for healers only. And Tank LB, there is one scenario in which I would call for Tank LB, which is Queen Soft and Rage. I guess I wouldn't get mad if you use it for a tethered raid ride or something. But anyway, all you need to know is that healer or LB is for healers. This is Trinity Seeker. This boss is very similar to normal mode. It pretty much is just faster and has fewer tells and more overlapping mechanics. I call this boss relative. For 4 sword slashes, I will call the safe sides to stand on. So there are 4 slashes, and the callout may sound something like left, right, right, left, meaning that you should start on the left-hand side of the boss and then cross over after the first and third slashes to be safe. If you would like to main tank, please step up front and roll /random. I don't know. If no one else would like to main tank, then I will do so. Oh, Timulin. Alright. Sounds good. If you are ready, then go ahead and stand on the Bravo waymark. Yeah, and also main tank is not a big deal. We have plenty of people who can just take over, and if the main tank goes down for any reason, the call out will just be provoke. So don't sweat it, no matter your experience level. Oh, true. I should mark myself. I always forget to mark myself during Trinity Seeker. When Ayako Grimfire and Aldous Firevine are across the line, we will begin. I will set a hard pull time for 165 minutes on the instance timer. Oh yeah, so now that we're past the trash boss, this fight has an enrage, technically. So please do use your lost actions. They're required to beat the DPS check. If you have tinctures, you also use that for your burst and your opener. Damn, are they really BRB for that long? Maybe I should extend. 163 minutes on the instance timer. Okay. The square and the plus. Shapes are for safety, I think. I think that's what Wobble wants when with that marker. The shape over my head is definitely a safety mark. Safety square, safety plus. Other meaning of this marker is sometimes if someone is carrying like special actions like excellence, then they will mark themselves before a fight. In this case, I think these are just safety shapes. Okay, Aldous has crossed the... Okay, yeah. I think both of our BRBs are back, so please come back to the Bravo marker if you're ready. I think everyone's here. Alright. Okay, Max crossed the purple line. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. 30 seconds on the board. Please check your tank stance. Tamul and Ka will be main threat. If you're not Tamul and Ka, you can turn off your tank stance. Oh yeah, and also use raid food if you have it. That's also good. Engage. Use lost actions. If you're a caster and you have Cure 4 on your bar, that is a powerful party buff. Please use it. And this is a raid wide. First up is going to be Fourfold Mercy. This is the 4 sword slashes. And the safe spots are right, right, left, left. Start on the right-hand side of the boss. Crossover after 2 hits. 1, 2, cross over. And then look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. The flower resolves last. Away from the flower now. Inside the boss's hitbox. Sides are unsafe. Be inside the boss's hitbox. Tanks towards the outside of the arena. Stack up with Tamulin for a shared tank buster. Tanks stack with Tamulin. Shared tank buster. Non-tanks away from front. Everyone clear front. Everyone get out of the way of the front of the boss. Tamulin needs to be alone. We're going to stack up and break chains. Wait for chains to appear. Wait for chains to appear. Break your chains and get behind a barricade. Be behind a barrier. Behind any one of the numbered marker barriers. Return to the boss. Get back to around the center of the arena. If it dashes, the outside of the arena will be unsafe to start. You can follow safety shape. Towards the 3 marker, head towards 3. Burn clockwise. We're ending in front of the barrier at 4. In front of the barrier at 4. Be in front of a barrier. And this is a burst window. Use your lost actions. Dervish, Cure 4. And this is a raid wide. This is a stack marker. Line stack on the 4 marker. Shared damage. We're going to remain stacked for some orange lasers. Orange lasers on the ground. Move out of them. Boss is jumping. Be on sand. Yellow sand. Sand is safe. We're going to see Earthshakers next. Boss is going to jump shortly. If you're marked and you have a tether pointing to you, then you need to rotate away from the party. That Earthshaker is a cone. Don't stack with the party. Okay, be on stone, blue stone. Tethers away from the party. Rotate. Oh, I have the mechanic. Be on stone. Boss is jumping. Be on sand. Be on sand. Sand is safe. Tethers away. Bring the boss center when you can. Oh, this is evil BR. Center and face a cardinal direction if you can. Intercardinal of the boss. It's doing a plus-shaped attack. If you don't know how big it is, just be away on an intercardinal. And then I think it's Ifrit dashes and fourfold mercy. So be on the inside of the arena. Outside of the arena will be unsafe to start. You can again follow safety shape for this. Headed to Delta. Headed to Delta. Rotating counterclockwise. When we return to the boss, it's going to be a double movement. Back, front, front, back. Get behind the boss. Crossover after the first and third hit. 1, crossover. 2, 3, crossover again. And then look away from the orb and get away from the flower. Flower resolves last. Intermission here. Break your chains. Break your chains, then there's going to be a raid wide and a tank buster. This is a raid wide. If you manage to re-raise, then please use another re-raiser. This is a tank buster and it cleaves. Next is possibly the most deadly mechanic of the fight, if you get a hard pattern. Sand and stone plus fourfold mercy. Stay close to the boss. Okay, easy pattern, front, front, back, back. Start in front of the boss. And be on sand. Boss's hitbox is stone. Be on sand. 1, 2, cross over and stay close. Be on stone. Boss's hitbox is stone. Be on stone. One more, and it's going to be on sand. Be on sand. And then look away from the orb, get away from the flower. The order is going to be crisscross, and then orange, and then flower. Flower resolves last. Return to the boss, get close. This is a raid wide. We probably don't need to hold for LB. Don't hold damage. Get inside the boss's hitbox. Sides are unsafe. Let's see. Can we even skip this mechanic? Yeah, let's skip this mechanic. Let's kill the boss. And LB3 if you have it. Use LB3 if you have it. Aw, darn. Okay. Okay, anyway, that was, we couldn't really hold any longer than that. The boss was about to kill us all, so... a quick reminder about healer protocol. Healers, please stand on the body you intend to raise before slotting in your plate of Lost to Rise. After you've claimed the body, you can also there are traps up ahead. Wait for traps to be percepted, and do not go straight ahead. Take a right turn. Yeah, so it seems like all deaths resolved, but yeah, claim a body before slotting in your plate of Lost to Rise. Then go ahead and use those 5 charges. If you haven't raised the body after those 5 charges, you can step off the body, let another healer take a shot, and try to spread our res resources across the raid and avoid doubling up our resources on the same person. Okay, we are waiting for the duelist to begin, so do not pull the next encounter. Do not perceive Dahu. I'd recommend standing far behind the purple line. We are waiting for the duel to begin. If Dahu is pulled before the duel begins, we will not have a duelist. It is rather disrespectful to pull Dahu, and some people will consider that an understatement. This countdown is for the duelist. Do not pull Dahu. Do not engage Dahu. So we're still waiting for RP text. I was considering getting the TBN proc, but I can do that after Dahu, and that's also more useful. Okay, oh, I should remember putting up markers. Get in front of the purple line. We are pulling imminently. Tumulin, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and hit the boss. Yeah, go ahead and use like one charge of lost actions here. And don't get hit by the orange. There are 5 sets of puddles. Dahu will be dashing shortly. Don't be in front of Dahu. Dahu's dashing north. Don't be in front of Dahu. Dahu's going to dash again. Dashing southeast. Don't be in front of Dahu. And then there's a big cone. On Dahu's way back to the center of the arena. You will notice lions on the outside of the arena. They will shoot lions into the arena. Then there will be numbers. If you have dots above your head, 1, 2, 3, or 4, go to the matching numbered markers. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and 4 to 4. Or just go stand on any lion. Left, right shockwave coming out. Start outside and then move into the telegraph. In. Followed by knockback. Get knocked back into any safe spot. If you know the secret jutsu, then you can use it. That is so easy in DRS compared to DRN. Okay, anyway, don't be in front of Dahu, rotating counterclockwise. Second breath is safe for casters. Square is safe for casters. Couple autos, then the adds phase. These adds do auto attacks. There will be quite a lot of damage going onto Tumulin Ka. Burn down these adds. Good as soon as, yeah. The lion's attack does apply a bleed. It's pretty spicy. Go ahead and use another like Cure 4 Dervish here. I'm not sure we can skip the next set of stuff. Anyway, puddles, lions, left, right shockwave. Start outside and then move in. Followed by 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and 4 to 4. Markers go to matching numbers. Oh, it doesn't look like we're gonna skip this, so tanks get prepared to knock south. Tanks south. Everyone else get notched north. Tanks pop a cooldown. Okay, those people on the outside need to get Asunas. Alright, now I'm almost sad that I called to use lost actions, because I could have made the call out 3 autos, then shockwave. Anyway. Up ahead is a point of no return. If you have not looted your runner's plating footgear, now is the last chance to go back and get it from the Trinity Seeker arena. Also, I think we have no dead. So, nice job. We can proceed to Queen's Guard. Wait, actually, is the duel
Still going.
It's still going. Cool. Wait, actually, yeah.
They're coming up on 3rd?
I see. So, congratulations to our duelists. A hard-fought victory. Well done. So, they will drop down. They will appear on this pad momentarily. Oh, but make sure you like grab the buff and avoid the trap and stuff. Good job. A good victory. Glad that you got the clear. So if you're wondering what the duel is, one player in the raid gets to fight a solo encounter, which is what William Drake just did. And upon winning, they gain a massive buff. It doubles their damage. It doubles their HP. It probably doubles their healing potency.
It does.
But yeah, so it's an enormous buff. William Drake is now very strong. Make sure to give him your buffs. And if we clear the next encounter, we'll also get an extra loot token, courtesy of the duelist. I didn't. Oh yeah, our duelist made it. Okay, let's go on ahead. Yeah, we'll have tank stance on. If you see William pull aggro, then you just provoke your ad back. It's a good idea, actually. I want to use these markers, but I don't know which markers to overwrite. Yeah, I'm gonna find my Queensguard markers, and then whoever has these markers, please put them back. Okay, I'm gonna remove this slot, and then whoever had those reflect markers, could you put them? Okay, thank you. Hopefully this helps, I think. Pretty easy to get disoriented. Okay, I'll post some diagrams for Queensguard in raid text chat. There's just one pattern which I find very difficult to call out. It's like a complicated knockback and area of effect pattern called Shield Omen. So pretty much you're getting knocked back towards the sides of the tethers. It's about a half radius knockback, and you'll need to get knocked back onto either a big or a small bomb towards the side that the ad is charging from. So keep that in mind. We need to assign quite a few roles. So could I have tanks on, or so main tanks for the fight on 1 and 2? All other tanks split between Alpha and Bravo. I'd recommend. Actually, can we have Slime Side North, Golem Side South for those tanks? It's not quite even. It's pretty even. I mean, you still got Tumulin here. All right, sure. Tumulin and I will be main tanks. You can pick west or east. Yeah, DPS is going to be very uneven. So we'll just we'll YOLO it. Okay, Warrior Gunner. Yeah, east. I will redistribute markers. I'll give a quick explanation of Aurasphere roles for Alpha and Bravo. And also, could I get reflect callouts in chat? I need 6 reflectors, reflect A through reflect F. So if you have 4 light curtains, then you can do this. If you have lost reflect, then you can do this. And I will explain shortly what you need to do. Reflect Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Foxtrot. So yeah, you may need to reflect out of party, but we just need 6 reflectors. I need another reflect Delta and a reflect Echo. And so all these roles, tanks on. Okay, thank you. Reflect Echo, reflect Delta, and sure, you can double up reflect Foxtrot. Reflect Alpha and Bravo. Oh, sorry, what? Tanks on Alpha and Bravo, and reflect A through F. You are handling spheres during the final phase. After you've defeated both pairs of bosses, there will be a number of ads that we need to deal with. So DPS and tanks on Alpha and Bravo, you need to split up to deal with aura spheres. So tanks on Alpha go north, tanks on Bravo go south. Aura Spheres need to die as soon as possible at the start of the ads phase, and whoever has top threat when that Aura Sphere dies is going to take an on-death attack from the Aura Sphere. It deals about 250,000 damage, so tanks, you're going to have stance on and be top threat. Once that Aura Sphere dies, if you see the marker appear above your head, you will press your invuln and survive the damage. And so pretty much on Alpha, you're all fighting for aggro in the north on the Aura Spheres. Bravo, you're all fighting for aggro on the south Aura Spheres. And, shortly after, 20 to 30 seconds after the first set of Aura Spheres, so the tank that use their invuln, they can turn their stance off, their work there is done. The second set of Aura Spheres will be handled by the remaining tanks in the same fashion. Reflectors A through F. You need to reflect spiritual spheres. There are 12 of them that appear around the arena. So you're reflecting 2 at a time. The markers roughly correspond to where you have to be for the first Aura Sphere. Actually, let's see, how do these work? So for example, there's going to be an Aura Sphere around where the Charlie marker is. There's going to be a spiritual sphere around where the Charlie marker is, another spiritual sphere around where the Delta marker is. And so say you're a Reflect Echo, you'd start in this position. I'm referring to a diagram in raid text chat, by the way. You activate your light curtain or reflect once you see the spiritual sphere, and let it hit you. So you're standing on it, it pulses orange, and you reflect the damage back and kill it. You reactivate reflect and move to the second one as soon as that first spiritual sphere dies. Then it pulses again, and you reflect that one too. Similar to the Aura Spheres, you'll need to rinse and repeat for the second set. Gosh, I froze for the second time today. Hopefully I don't actually crash. And then on the outside, like Alpha Charlie, Delta Foxtrot, I'm not sure if this is probably in between the 2 spiritual spheres, but this is kind of like where you can start heading at the start of the final phase to get prepared to reflect.
Yeah, it's right between them for that.
Okay. So I'm going to try something. I'm not going to talk too much about mechanics, but I do need to talk about Spellforge and Steel Sting. So healers, this is where you'll slot in Spellforge or Steel Sting during the first pair of bosses. It's actually who is capable of backup calling if I crash out of the game for any reasons. Who's comfortable doing that? If you are, just shout it out in shout chat. A thick French accent. The only other person who I know with a thick French accent is Lorianne. I love Lorianne's calls, so I'm gonna let Lysander be backup caller. And then okay, Spellforge and Steel Sting, right? So this is a buff that is going to be applied during the countdown to begin the fight. During the first pair of bosses, you need to be either doing physical or magical damage to be affecting the bosses at all. So I will call out whether you need to be in Spellforge or Steel Sting. Spellforge gets applied to physical damage dealing jobs. If instead I say click off Spellforge, need Steel Sting, those physical damage jobs will need to remove Spellforge in order to continue dealing damage. And Steel Sting, whoever's casting Steel Sting, you can also overwrite the buff by applying it to people. There's some diagram and there's a macro raid text chat for you to use in order to find out who to apply Spellforge or Steel Sting to, and how to click off the buff if you do not want to use your mouse, because you can accidentally click off your Pure Essence. But if you put it into a macro, you can just click that macro button. I'm not going to ask for a Dispeller. How many Machinists do we have, actually? We have Vert. Okay, this might be a little risky.
Which one do you want me to wrench?
Lysander can Dispel. Oh, true, okay. Yeah, okay, so you can lose Perception for Dispel. Okay, in that case, sure. The 2 boosted raid buys happen about 50 seconds apart. So, like, you need to kind of spread apart mitigation. If you're topped, it really doesn't do that much damage. The danger is if someone's at like 2/3 health, they don't have much fort. Like, for example, Lysander is extremely squishy. If for any reason they got hit by the previous mechanic and weren't able to be topped, they would be in danger. Okay, so in that case, I'll let Lysander dispel. And everyone else, if you're ready, get on the Charlie marker. It's going to be all tanks stance on for the opener. If you see William's name next to the boss for any reason, like William has top aggro, then you just provoke that boss back, just for the opener. And then yeah, 30 seconds on the board. Apply raid food. Apply Spellforge and Steel Sting to your parties. Spellforge and Steel Sting should be going out now. Okay, go ahead and pull. Stack up these bosses. And keep an eye out for any slash aggro. This is a raid wide. Since we have a Dispeller, you can mitigate a little bit here. Oh, oops. Alright. Second raid wide. Successful slash to steal aggro. Alright, all tanks stance off, except for Hex 1 and Hex 2. Warrior to the wall. And then Gunner to the, Knight to the center. We are in Steel Sting. Click off purple. Need yellow. Apply Steel Sting to your party. If you're in Spellforge, then you're dealing no damage. We are in Steel Sting. And then it's going to be a bomb mechanic. Double or nothing, go big. So this is Shield Omen. You may be tethered. Tethers, you're going to big bomb. Non-tethers to small bomb. You're getting knocked towards the side of the Knight tether. It's a half radius knockback. Outside the arena is unsafe. Get knocked back towards the bomb that you need. Tethers to big. If you fall first, you need to go to a place where a bomb just exploded. Fall first, go to a place where a bomb just exploded. And return to the bosses. Warrior will be boosting shortly. Warrior has boosted. Knight is high. Focus damage on the Knight. And this is a raid wide. Go ahead and mitigate a little bit. Next mechanic. Tethers to wind and non-tethers to lightning. If you're tethered, you're going to swirly wind puddle. Non-tethers to crackly lightning. Then it's going to be shield or sword omen in the center of the arena. If you're tethered, you're going to swirly wind. Okay, bosses are even, a little bit more damage on the warrior. Now, tethers to wind and non-tethers to lightning. Overlap is very big. Shield omen, close to the Knight. Get inside the Knight's hitbox, a little bit towards Bravo, inside the Knight's hitbox. Back on the bosses. Dispel the warrior. And raid wide. Warrior is high. Please focus damage on the warrior. Bosses need to die at the same time. This is possible color change next after a tank buster. A little bit more damage on the Knight. Spread damage. No change remaining in a Steel Sting. Make sure your party members have Steel Sting applied. We're not seeing this mechanic, so just kill the bosses. Yeah, Sword Omen, so this would be bomb on the wall. Bosses are dead. Second pair of bosses. Soldier is going to the wall, and then Gunner to the center. In this phase, there is a show your hole mechanic, similar to the Orbone Monastery, in which you'll need to show your hole to the source of damage. It's 3/4 circle ring opening. Yeah. Point your hull first to the gunner in the center, and then to a turret on the wall. This is fire frogs. Small fireballs are going to turn into frogs and jump once. They will show us where the safe spot is. Safe spot is northeast. Northeast is safe. Get ready to show your hole. Show your hole to the gunner in the center. And then to a turret on the wall. Turn to face a turret on the wall. Return to the bosses. Soldier is high. This is a tank buster. If you died and re-raised, pop a re-raiser. This is a raid wide. And also, you don't need Spellforge and Seal Sting anymore. If you're reflecting, and by using Lost Reflect, you can slot that in now. Gunner is a little bit high, even damage. Next up is gun turrets. Main tanks are going to be invulning gun turrets. Sniper shot. Gun turrets are coming out. Main tanks, pick up your gun turrets. Gun turrets need to die. Main tanks, invuln. Go ahead and kill that east gun turret. Meanwhile, a raid wide. Even damage on the bosses. Bosses are even HP. Next up is a tank buster or something. Oh, ice or fire. Ice or fire. This is pyretic. Stop moving. Detarget the boss and stop attacking. Don't move. Wait for pyretic to expire. Okay, you can return to the bosses. And it's going to be jumping clones, I think. Yeah, jumping clone. Tethered clones will swing and attack. All clones will jump twice. Then you're going to need to show your hole again to the gunner in the center, and then turtle on the wall. Okay, it's north-south safe. North-south safe. Alpha or Charlie. Point your hole. Point your hole to the gunner in the center. Oh, and I forgot to point it to a guard on turret on the wall. Okay, whatever. Let's kill these bosses. This is a raid wide. I didn't even... Okay, whatever. Reflectors, get into position. Aurasphere tanks, get ready. Main tanks, you can turn off your tank stance if you don't have your invul. Split up DPS between north and south. Kill these Auraspheres. Reflectors, get ready to reflect the spiritual spheres. Auraspheres need to die. Coat of Arms, stop attacking the wards. Don't get parried, and get some damage in on the ethereal wards. Okay, south and west center orbs. Cover if you can. Coat of Arms, stop attacking. Don't get parried. Don't get reflected. Carefully resume attacking. Second set of spiritual spheres and Auraspheres is coming up. Oh, Auraspheres. Pick them up. And, oh, that's... Never mind. OnlyFans is playing tank. I don't know why I proposed. Healer LB3. Use Healer LB3 now. And kill the wards. Last coat of arms before Enrage. Don't get parried. Don't get reflected. Kill the bosses. Oh crap. Okay, pump damage. We really need to kill it. That's Enrage. That's Enrage. Oh, that was... Okay, we did it. We won. That was spicy. That was good. Good job, folks. That was a great LB as well. So, oh, we have one dead. We have one dead. So, healers, stay behind. And also, there is a second chest. There's a gigantic gold chest. That's courtesy of the duelist. It contains hand tokens, and that is the only source of guaranteed hand parts in the raid, is if there is a successful duelist. So, you know, not every run has a successful duelist. Make sure you thank William for owning. Okay, next up is Boston Phantom. Okay, I'm feeling today might be an Ice Spikes day. Today might be an Ice Spikes day. So hold your lost actions. See how it goes. Alright, if you're ready, then get across the purple line. I mean, it's up to you to move. I mean, I'm going to 4, but I mean, I'm not going to, like, pull the boss or something. And also, if you need to, like, take a break for a minute, this is a great fight to sit out for. The only loot is a Fragment of Loss, possible Fragment of Deception. Don't be standing on this purple here. Just make sure to cross the... Like, this purple tiling will become a death wall, so don't stand on that. And it seems like we're pulling. So, yeah, if you want, you can make your way down the sides, either 1 or 4. I mean, I'll probably do a 2-minute bio. I need to bio, but we'll do Phantom first. This is a raid wide. Yeah, so we're looking for Circle Donut at the end of this Weave Miasma cast. And we guessed correctly, it's a 4-day. Alright. I'm not going to do any more GCDs, I want to see Ice Spikes. Alright, this donut is going to walk down the arena, make sure you follow it in the center. 1. Alright, I don't know why I'm counting. I try not to get clipped. And stop on the delta marker, don't go too far. 1 more flash on Charlie. Head over to Charlie. And we're gonna hang out at Charlie for a bit. Oh, I guess I should build gauge, yeah. We are going to continue waiting here for a while. We're checking for 3 flashes on Delta. I'm not wearing haste gear. 1, 2, 3, and move over to Delta now. And we're gonna wait for another 3 flashes on Charlie. There is 1, 2, 3, and back to Charlie. Boss is jumping center soon. This is ads phase. There's going to be Bloody Raids and Misty Raids. Heal the Misty Raids and kill the Bloody Raids. If you have targeted healing, then please help out with the Misty Raids. Benediction is a 1-shot, by the way. And kill these Bloody Raids. Okay, second set of ads. Do the same thing. Right, finish up that Bloody Raid. There's 1 more set of ads. Do the same thing. If you have Benediction, go ahead and slam it on a Misty Raid. Misty Raids need healing. And boss is interrupted. I think today is an Ice Spikes day. Also, Kaya, if your death timer gets low, then please give a shout so we don't leave you behind. Okay, we're headed to Charlie. We're getting knocked back from Charlie to 3. This is a big movement, so get ready. Be on Charlie. And then we're going to walk down our donut all the way to Charlie again. Okay, once we get to Charlie, hang right. Go over to Bravo, and then to Alpha, all the way around, Boss is jumping center, and avoid Vile Wave. It's a big cone. Build some gauge as the boss is getting reduced HP. And coming up, get ready for the legendary cast. The legendary cast. Please cast it before it dies. Ice Spikes! Yay! Stop attacking, This is a counter spike. You'll get hit if you attack it during Ice Spikes. Look at that. It's beautiful. And then a tank buster. This is a tank buster. And that is the full rotation of Phantom. Not every day that you get to see that. Go ahead and finish up the boss. And let's pick up our dead. Make sure they don't time out. There are traps up ahead, so do not go ahead. There are traps up ahead. We're going to wait for our Preceptor. Just wait for traps. Alright, their timer should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, do not pop traps. The traps downstairs are required to complete the raid. Carefully avoid the traps. Okay, all deaths resolved. We'll go on ahead. Okay. Traps upstairs have not been popped. Go ahead and avoid those carefully. Once again, the traps downstairs are required to complete the raid. Do not pop the traps. If you do not see a trap in the doorway, then do not proceed. There are 4 traps in total. 1 all traps percepted. Very cool. I need to go BRB, so I'll call 2 minutes bio. 2 min bio. XX33. Alright. And now we're at Trinity Avowed. I've been thinking about how many charges of rend are needed. Trinity Avowed in Rage is 9 minutes 45 seconds. Queen in Rage is 9 minutes 54 seconds, I think. Both fights have some downtime. But I'm pretty sure you don't need more than like 16 or 17 charges. I'm pretty sure 15 isn't. Yeah. But yeah. Markers are in the floor. I mean, this is a pretty normal occurrence. These are Lalafell markers. They're so known. One rend for each rage. I mean, it's 15 charges action. pretty sure you have one rend plate left. It should be okay. Like there maybe you're just missing rend at the very end of the fight or something. Anyway, it's not required to have 100% uptime. It's just a useful action. If it gets used, it'll help us a lot. Let's have all teams run ready checks. See who's back. This is a ready check for explanations. I would like, in your party, if you see someone doesn't respond to the ready check and they have cleared, like you can see in Discord, they have a C at the front of their prefix or at the end of their prefix, then that means they've cleared. So they don't need to see this or hear any explanation. But go ahead and run ready checks and report in shout chat if your team is ready. Bravo is here. Alpha is here. Charlie Delta. And I'll post some diagrams for Trinity Avowed. Delta is here. Charlie is here. Very well. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about Trinity Avowed then. Damn, I want to ask about like Ellison markers. Are there any other strange markers you have for this fight?
There was like, I don't know if I would call them Ellison. They're way higher than I would say an Ellison goes. But I think Himbo recently added another one to his repertoire of curse markers.
You'd love to see it.
I went through and I made a whole entire, 15-thing sheet of just all the different curse markers I could find that I'm going to be showing off on Sunday.
See, I like this one.
Yeah,
These actually work for callouts as well. It's like you can see the markers clearly and so on. Okay, whatever. I'll just use markers.
Yeah, I think we used dick bag markers for Himbo's yesterday.
Okay, so this is Trinity Avowed. Anyway, yeah. This is probably the fight. This is the biggest wall of the instance. The most difficult personal mechanics. There's not that much that I can call out for you in order to resolve your temperature. But I will explain a little bit about the debuffs in this fight. So like normal mode, the goal of this fight is to resolve your temperature to neutral. So you may be assigned +2 hot. That means you need to get hit by an attack that is -2 cold in order to be neutral and survive. If you're not neutral at the end of the mechanic, then you will fall over. So unlike normal mode, Trinity Avowed during the second half of the fight will also start applying Elemental Brand. So this is a debuff that is in addition to your overhead temperature. It only appears on your debuff bar next to Resurrection Restricted and Duties as Assigned icons. You need to resolve your Elemental Brand plus your temperature in order to survive. Like your brand gets applied to your temperature when it expires. So a couple ways you can think about this are you can add up your temperature and your brand to find out what you need to get hit by. You need to resolve your temperature, your overhead temperature, to be the opposite of your elemental brand in order to survive. Also refer to raid text chat for a couple diagrams. It's probably not something that will help you during the fight, but maybe if you can read that and get a sense of kind of what to expect, maybe that will help you. And this other debuff that I'm going to talk about is Forced March. When Trinity Avowed casts Quick March, every member of the raid will gain a Forced March debuff. When that debuff expires, your character will move in the specified direction of the debuff by 2 squares. And that is dependent on the facing direction of your character, and it also takes into account movement speed buffs, like Sprint, or Six-Sided Star, or Lost Swift, and even Ninja move speed. So, you definitely don't want to be sprinting or using Lost Swift or Lost Impetus during this fight. But yeah, so just try to walk, and you will move, 2 squares from your starting location when that debuff expires. That is how a Forced March works. You may need to get Forced March into the safe spot or into the temperature that you need. I'll also talk about some of the weapon mechanics. just like normal mode, Trinity Avowed has a bow, a staff, and a sword. Of these, a sword phase is the most significantly different from normal mode. Trinity Avowed will split into 4 copies. All 4 of the TA will slash. We'll do a half room slash. They are positioned such that exactly 1 square will be safe. That is either the 1, 2, 3, or 4 square. So during this is a temperature mechanic. So 1 square is not getting slashed by anything. In order to resolve your temperature, you have to move 1 square cardinal square in order to get hit by the slash of the temperature that you need. You have 2 chances to do this. So after the first slash, the bosses will turn, and they'll slash again, and you can use that as the second chance to resolve your temperature. And then also the arrows, when she pulls out a bow, there's the arrows on the other side of the raid. They do the ladder game. They take every turn that they can on the path of the raid. There are no tracer lines like normal mode. So once you find the arrow that you need, I'd recommend using your mouse, your finger, whatever pointing device you have, to follow the arrow that you need down and follow its path to the square where it will end up. There's also a visualization of this in raid text chat. Diagram courtesy of Junebob. That's about it. That's about it for mechanics. I will say this fight does a lot of damage. So in my holsters, I asked tanks to bring like shell for their parties. It seems like we're all shelled. If you are, and also make sure that you reslot lost actions and such. So if you use like 10 font of power up until here, make sure that you slot it in a second font of power in order to have enough actions for the rest of the instant. So also tanks, prior to countdown, please also apply or slot in ether shield, but let's get shell on everyone first. So if you need shell, please be behind the purple line. Once you have shell, or if you don't need shell, then please get across the purple line. Lost Shell 1 is going to be overwritten by Lost Shell 2. I think we got everything with shell. Alright, if you still need shell, please make sure we know, or go back behind the purple line. You need about 10 minutes. I only started asking tanks to bring shell because you're reslotting ether shield anyway. So you can use that time in between slotting ether shield to slot shell 2, and you can shell your party. It's fine to have multiple people shelling, it'll just go faster. Anyway, tanks, please slot in lost ether shield, at least 1 per party. I will ether shield for Alpha. And if you're ready, then please get onto the Charlie waymark. And check your tank stance. Once again, it will be Tamulin Ka as main tank. If you go to the front half of this tile, you will pull Trinity Avowed, so be careful. When syntax error has crossed the purple line, we will begin the countdown. 30 seconds on the board. Use raid food. And I need to put potions on my bar since I use all my grade 6 tinctures of strength. And so this is probably the hardest fight. Strategy here, just do as much damage as you can in the opener. Past that, just try to do mechanics. Do what you think you need to do in order to survive. We will see LB3. There are chances to get back up, so make sure you're staying engaged in the fight. Don't just walk away. Alright, tanks stack up front with Tamulin. Tanks pop a cooldown. This is a shared tank buster. I forgot to put on my haste gear, god damn it. Okay, there's gonna be 3 weapon mechanics. Okay, ether shield, raid wide, mitigate. Gosh, that hurt. Cure 4, help out your party with the bleed. Get in front of the boss. In front of the boss is safe. Be in front of the boss. Next, we're going to be behind or away from the boss. Mercy behind, be away from the boss. Weapon mechanic order is staff, sword, bow. We're going to be away from the boss. at the next mechanic. Costs. She's gonna, when she stops spinning, get away from the boss. Away from the boss now. This is your first temperature mechanic. This temperature is all you're gonna get. Stack up in the center of the arena. You are receiving Quick March. So you're getting Forced March from the 3 marker to the temperature that you need. Do some light mitigation and make sure to heal us up after this drops. Point your Forced March in the direction that you need. 1 more GCD, Forced March now. Alright. Turn to the boss. You can just keep it where it's pointed right now. Ether Shield, Raid Wide, Mitigate. Stack up for mitigation and healing. And we're going to be in front of the boss next. Be in front of the boss. In front of the boss. Sides and back are unsafe. This is swords. Boss is going untargetable in like 15-20 seconds or so. You have a temperature. Boss is going untargetable. You need to go 1 square cardinal of the safe square in order to resolve your debuff. Safe square is 3. 3 is not getting slashed by anything. 1 square cardinal 3 is your answer. Diagonal of 3 is not correct. Second chance. Safe square is 1. 1 is not getting slashed by any temperature. Diagonal of 1 is not correct. Stack up, return to the boss for a raid wide. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Boss is going to recenter mid next. Be behind the boss. Behind the boss is safe. Tanks can pre-position in the front. Quick March going out. You're getting Forced March from the center column to either Bravo or Delta. Tanks pop a cooldown. Okay, we're getting Forced March to either Bravo or Delta from the center column. Forced March to Bravo. Get Forced March to Bravo. If any of your party members re-raise in the fire, cue them out. Also, if you died, remember to pop a re-raiser. And so your temperature is out. You just have 1 temperature. Find your arrow, follow it down. Walk to the square that you need. Okay, arrows are firing in 3 seconds. Get back to the party, stack up for healing and mitigation. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. And whenever the boss is movable again, we're going back to the center of the arena. Away from the boss at the flash of light. When the boss stops spinning, make sure you're away. Away from the boss now. From this point in the fight onwards, you're going to receive an elemental brand in addition to your overhead temperature. Make sure to resolve your temperature to the opposite of your elemental brand in order to survive. Temperature and brand are out. Find out what you need to get hit by. You're walking to the boulder that you need while dodging Unseen Eye. Light healing and mitigation. Get to the temperature that you need. North-south black squares are safe. North-south black square. Return to the boss. Stack up for healing and mitigation. Ether Shield, raid wide. Alright. Next up is going to be in front of the boss. I should have asked you to turn that. Sorry. In front of the boss is safe. Boss is pointed north. Be in front of the boss. In front of the boss is safe. In front of the boss. This is Swords with Brand. You may need to get hit twice. Hold healer LB3. The timing for healer LB3 will be after the completion of this mechanic. Check your temperature and check your brand. Boss is disappearing right now. The safe square is 2. 2 is not getting slashed by anything. Go 1 square cardinal of 2 to resolve your temperature. The safe square is 3. 3 is not getting slashed by anything. You may need to get hit again. If all healers in your party are down, please mark them. And then we can sacrifice for LB3. Wait for this raid wide to go off. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Healer LB3 now. Healer LB3. And then boss is recentering mid. Get ready to get behind the boss. Behind the boss now. Behind the boss. You're gonna really need to pump it here. Okay, we're dodging Unseen Eye. And then sprinting to Bravo or Delta. Intercardinal white squares are safe. Intercardinal white squares. Pop sprint. Pop sprint. Wait for the orange to flash. Run to Bravo. Bravo. Run to Bravo. Gonna be close. Focus on surviving this mechanic. Pop a re-raiser if you still have one. You have a temperature and you have an elemental brand. Find out what you need to get hit by. You may not need to get hit by anything. Check your forced march. You need to force march 2 squares into the temperature that you need. Okay, never mind. This is easy clear. Check the temperature. Find the arrow that you need. And you're getting forced march in 1 GCD. Get forced march now. Gosh, it's a massacre. Yeah, that's the hardest mechanic. Anyway, stack back up. Stack up for healing and mitigation. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Yeah, we're gonna see the enrage cast, but I think we can beat it. If you still have a tincture, use your tincture. Use your lost actions, tanks against the wall, for a tank buster. Okay, yeah, this is easy. Okay, he didn't even begin casting the enrage. Okay, we have quite a few dead. Let's see. Yeah, let's use our arises. If we have a mass death situation after Minotaur, we will begin using plates of sacrifice re-raise. So again, healer protocol here is to claim your body by standing on it first. Then slot in your plate of Lost Arise. And do prioritize healers to get off the ground so that they can use their plates of Arise. Yeah, our healers are gaming today. Good job. And so once you are alive, we are not proceeding ahead. We need to go behind. We need to unlock the next encounter. So yeah, I will wait for all of our dead folks to be picked up. If you are new to DRS, please head south out of the Trinity Avowed arena towards the Charlie marker and continue. We are going to unlock the secret encounter, so please gather up around this pink trap, Bacon Angel. Don't walk into it yet, but you can kind of target yourself and touch your hitbox to the trap. That'll make sure you're close enough. Is there anyone else on the way? I'll let Wobble do it.
Man, I gotta stop playing like dog shit, man.
Alright, let's go. Oh, okay, fine. And we're running back all the way across the Trinity Avowed arena. Where our senpais are lighting the way. Yeah, all movement abilities are fair game. We got some mega cheaters, I think. Anyway, keep on running. Go ahead onto the glowing pad, and further still to the iron bars. And the winner is Wobble, the cheater. Okay, there are traps downstairs. Do not proceed. Tanks are going to bulldoze down these traps. So there are traps here. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I don't actually know the possible trap spawn locations, but there are traps potentially here, along here, and there's one more on the bridge, so I will sweep. There's an explosion on the bridge. Okay, all traps percepted. We did it. Yeah, so your mini buff will soon expire. You will appear to gain a burst of speed. Awesome. Okay, let's do this. Welcome to the Stygimoloch Lord, the secret encounter. So this, obviously not a normal mode. The main boss is actually not very dangerous. It is the ads phase of this fight which is dangerous. At 70% HP, the boss will phase and summon a set of ads. Most of the arena will turn into a death wall. The only safe places will be this lighter colored tiling pattern. There's one outer ring, there's one inner ring. On both of the rings are these notches, interspersed at even intervals along the outer and inner ring. These are important for resolving mechanics. The ads phase also requires a decent bit of coordination. So on numbered marker, I'll assign tanks first with markers. On numbered markers 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think we have 8 tanks, right? So we'll just have two tanks per marker. Yeah, all tanks on deck. All tanks will participate. Oh, that's good. Timberland can be north as well. That's very nice. We also need healers to reflect and dispel. I've actually been thinking about bringing light curtains for Minotaur instead. Like Knuckle says, yeah, you can run out of charges, but you can also run out of charges on dispel. So I'm thinking, if I think 2 dispellers is enough, and they're each spending 13 charges, 26 casts, that's gonna take forever to go through. So as long as there's enough light curtain, if there's 20 light curtains between everyone on the reflect marker, then that should easily be enough light curtains. Anyway, we got 2 dispeller, 2 reflector, Lysander both. Sounds good. Oh, I'm doing a Charlie for reflect, Delta for dispel. I'm thinking, how many should I include? 9? Having 1 healer bring dispel, 1 healer bring extra light curtain. 7 to 10. 10, yeah, I was thinking about putting 10. Maybe making it a bit flexible, 8 to 10. Oh my god, Aldous, thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna put on my haste gear now. I'm basically griefing. That's minus 10% damage since I have it. Anyway. Yeah. And the thing is for Queen, you don't have to have having light curtains is good, it protects people, but also you can pass the mechanic. Even if a couple healers use all their light curtains. Okay. Alright, I should explain things. Ads phase, right? So there are 4 ads. Tanks are going to be responsible for kiting ads. Shortly into the ads phase, there is also going to be a cast entrapment. So there will be 1 trap placed in each quarter circle of the arena. The only safe places will be the cardinals, the cardinal notches, north, south, east, and west. And so I'm going to mark some tanks. One.
They trust me
Five.
with the one reflect, even though I fucked up
Two.
reflect in the queen's card. Oh
Six.
no. Oh no.
2, 3, 7, 4, 8. Tanks marked 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be primary ad baits. At the start of the ads phase, you'll turn on your tank stance, provoke the Minotaur at your cardinal direction. They spawn quite close to the center of the arena, so just keep an eye out for that. But even if you're on the outer ring, provoke will be long enough range to reach them. And you'll drag them to the outside of the arena and start walking them clockwise. So these ads have to be kited. If you allow them to get in melee range, they'll start whacking you. And each auto gives a stack of twice come ruin, so you'll die in 2 hits. Tanks marked 5, 6, 7, and 8 are going to be trap sweep and backup tank. So, shortly after the beginning of ads phase, when entrapment finishes casting, you will turn on your invul, turn on sprint, run a quarter lap clockwise ahead of the main tank. You will hit exactly 1 trap, and once that is done, you can return, stand with your tank again, make sure your second threat, make sure that ad keeps on going clockwise. Yeah, and so basically at all times, trap tanks, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're partnered with the tank you're standing with. You are their backup, so just make sure you're standing with them. And you don't need to worry about like running up and hitting the Minotaur. Just stay out of melee range and pretend that you're kiting it as well. Dispellers on Charlie, reflectors on Charlie, dispellers on Delta. During the ads phase, you will be in the middle range. There are balls of fire which need to be reflected, balls of earth which need to be dispelled. If you're on Charlie, you're looking for balls of fire to appear. Once you see it, you cast Reflect and stand on it. The ball of fire will cast Mana Flame, and you will reflect the damage back and kill it. Dispellers, you'll dispel the Stone Skin debuff, Stone Skin buff on the ball of earth, and do a little bit of damage in order to kill it. If these mechanics are not handled, those balls of fire and earth have an enrage that will give a raid-wide stack of doom. Yeah, and like you can get clipped by the fire AoE, even if it looks like you're not quite on top of it, so it is something to be wary of. Even if you're dispelling, also if you have like a couple extra light curves, you can use that for safety. Yeah, okay. That's the ad phase responsibilities. For everyone else, there is a debuff mechanic during the ads phase. So the debuff is called Wanderer's Fate, cast goes out, Wanderer's Fate or something. You'll gain 1 of 2 debuffs. Both are pictured in raid text chat. One is a spaghetti suck in, one is a push over, push out. So basically in order to resolve this, once you find your debuff, there will be a second cast, and I'll try to call that out. But in order to resolve your debuff, you need to either be in a close notch or a far notch, because when that debuff resolves, it will get pulled out or pushed in. If you're not in a notch, you'll get pushed into a death wall. Yeah, and tanks, like if you think you might need to go an extra notch further, then go an extra notch further, because the Minotaur will catch up to you. They're not going to wait for a debuff. And, so how I like to remember this, there's a debuff with 3 lines going towards the Minotaur. That means that the Minotaur is sucking in spaghetti. That means you need to start in an outside notch while the Minotaur goes slurp, 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 and slurps the noodles. So spaghetti is suck in. So you start far and get sucked close. The other debuff is a push out. It is the guy getting knocked away, falling down the stairs, I think. I can kind of see that now, yeah. Falling sideways down the stairs. And that means that's a push out. So the Minotaur is going to blow, fusor da, from the center inner ring, or inner notch, to the outer notch. So as long as you're in the correct notch when the debuff resolves, fine. Everything else will be called out on the fly. If you're ready, then get on the 3-way mark. Yeah, and also everyone else who's not like a tank or healer, kiting the ads or doing the balls of earth and fire, they'll just be hanging out at the 3-way mark. As the Minotaurs come to you, just blow up the Minotaur with everything you have. Kill it with extreme prejudice. Because this fight gets exponentially less dangerous the less Minotaur ads are alive. Okay. So right now it's going to be Tumulin with tank stance pulling. And yeah, don't do your full burst up here unless you are kiting a Minotaur. Just do your 1-minute cooldowns, save your burst for the ads. Like, do use your lost actions. You might as well like pot if you have extra as soon as that first ad comes coming south. First up, Tumulin is going to receive a Tank Buster. Check your knockback immunity. You're going to need to knock back Invuln soon. Go ahead and press Arm's Length Surecast right now. Arm's Length Surecast. I don't know why BR'd. Useless. There's 3 whacks, so dodge the whacks. Easier to dodge if you're close. Alright, never mind. We're going to see a big swing. A big point-blank AoE get very far away from the boss. Away from the boss. Boss is phased. Kiting tanks. Turn on your tank stance and get into position. Go ahead and pull your Minotaur to the outside. Everyone else to the 3 marker. Nicely done. And blow up that Stygimoloch monk. Entrapment is coming out. Get to a cardinal waymark. Get to a cardinal waymark. Oh god. Okay, I'm coming back. I will provoke that Minotaur clockwise. Debuffs are out. They're resolving right now. Spaghetti to the outside. Okay, start spreading out from the 3 marker. Get into a notch. Get into any notch. Start spreading out and killing these Minotaurs. Focus the one with lowest HP. Okay, we need everyone just please kill this Minotaur. This Minotaur that's coming towards us. Just smack it. Okay. I think we got things under control. Debuffs are out. They are not resolving yet. Get into a notch. Get into any notch. Check your debuffs. Continue DPSing down these Minotaurs. Get ready to get into a notch. Get into a notch. Resolve your debuff. Do your word. 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 2 more Minotaurs. Devastating bolts. Get into a notch. Get into a notch. Any notch is fine. DPS down these last 2 Minotaur. Oh my god, I almost auto-walked into a death wall. Debuffs are out. They are not resolving. Okay, respect the balls if there are any more balls. Okay, Tumulin's got it back. Very nice. If you still have casts of re-raise, you can go ahead and start arising people. Oh my god! That was a good dice. That was a good dice. Alright. That was insane. So that is the power of Dynamis Dice. Also, these are rapid bolts taken away from the party. They persist after it hits you. Please keep moving. There's a big swing next. Get ready to get far. Far from the boss. Now. Very far. 20 alms or something. Very big. Now there's 2 more sets of rapid bolts. Wow, I got targeted. Except I'm not going to do PvP. Same thing. Everyone else stack up. We're baiting Crushing Hoof. That's a proximity marker. Get away from it. And there's 3 more whacks. It's easier to dodge if you are close. Whoa. Ah, crap. Okay, that dice saved a lot of reses, so I think we'll be everyone. There's another tank buster. And then another knockback soon. You can hit your knockback immunity now. Make sure that you have enough gauge for the next encounter, final boss. Dodge these 3 whacks. Don't let him sneeze on you. Okay, we have a couple dead, so let's pick up our dead. Please do not pop the cutscene until we have finished rezzing. That was like a 1-tap. Oh my god, that was fast. Okay, pick up your loot and reapply re-razors if you have them. I do have some like sacrifice, or sorry, not. I have some lost re-raise. Mimic it around if you want. In fact, I still have 3 plates of Mimic, so I'm gonna pass out like 6 re-razor. But yeah, enjoy your cutscene, and this is it. This is the final encounter. I was gonna clean up markers. Do that. All right, people are here. If you have used all of your re-razors, we have re-razors to pass out. If you do not have an active re-razor, please go to the 4 mark. And I'll start passing out. And is there anyone else with lost re-raise slotted? Okay, Timulin. Right. I'm mimicking that. So this is one of the uses of mimic. It's just like, since it's 12 weight, like re-raise is also 12 weight. But there are plenty of other things as well. So like, if you bring a mimic, then you can just have that many charges of lost re-raise. If you see anyone else in your parties that's missing re-raise, please point them out to me. I have 2 more re-raises to apply, as long as Timulin keeps re-raise slotted. Oh, never mind. Hopefully we got everyone. We applied a lot of re-raise. Okay, yeah, so, alright, let's get sorted. We have some time to sort out our final action. We're going to decide our main tanks for the fight. We use pure invulns to negate the tank busters. Fight. So paladins and gunbreakers. Please step on 1, 2, and 3. In order of difficulty, 1 is the easiest, 2 is harder, 3 is the hardest, I guess. And if someone dies, then we'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, and Dispellers, let's just confirm. If you used Dispel in the previous encounter Minotaur, hopefully you still have it slotted. Just confirm that you have Dispel by sending it on the Delta waymark. And 3 Dispellers, that is fine. Cool. Damn, actually, that's an idea. Actually, I want to... It's probably a terrible idea since I need to call Murder Chess same time, but I'm going to try to take the first Buster. I'm going to try to TBN both hits with Blood Rage. Oh shit, you got Bubble? I want Bubble. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's just put up markers. The main thing I want to explain for this fight is Super Chess. It's a debuff mechanic, but basically the only thing you have to do is add up the 2 numbers that are on your debuffs. So you get 2 debuffs with a number of dots on them, totaling 5, 6, or 7. Depending on whether your total is 5, 6, or 7, I will call out a different safe spot. For example, wall is safe, back is safe, 5's on Charlie, 6 in the corner, and 7's on Delta. So those are 3 different squares for the 3 different totals. So as long as you can find your debuffs and add them up, I will be able to direct you to the safe square for Super Chess. The debuffs resolve separately. Once the debuff times out, expires, it'll activate, and you'll need to march the number of dots on that movement edict. We will be going on the right-hand side. I do right-hand side calls. It's all relative to the safe square being far away. So for example, the corner means the right-hand side back corner if the north square is safe. And the other deadly mechanic is Sovereignty. So this is also where our Dispellers come in. Actually, I'm pretty sure all of our Dispellers know the deal, but basically there's an encounter bar called Sovereignty. Once it reaches 100%, there will be a very loud ding. And at that point in time, the boss will gain 4 buffs, which all need to be dispelled. So our Dispellers will keep casting Dispel until the Queen is fully dispelled. Also, there are lightning orbs, ball lightnings that will appear. They are very mean. They will kill you if you're not reflecting. So if you have a light curtain, hopefully you have 2 light curtains. As soon as that Sovereignty dings 100, you'll press your light curtain and be safe. If you do not have a light curtain and do not have Reflect active, then you will need to get away from all ball lightning. You'll need to spread away from party. That's about it. Everything else will be called out on the fly. William, if you want to solo an orb, then you can go ahead and do that, but I mean, I'm just going to sit under the boss and collect whichever orb is closest. So, I mean, it's really up to you. We should be fine. We should be fine. Yeah, I'm almost definitely going to screw up BR. Whatever. Oh, BR Ether Shields. Let's just go for it. Oh, I should have explained tanks. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 tank busters in the fight. After the first tank buster slashes twice, tank 2 with stance will provoke and hold it until the next tank buster. And then so after Relentless 1 is the second tank buster. So Dinkai will take 2 hits, and then Ayako will provoke. And then after Super Chess 2 is going to be the final tank buster, where Ayako will invul. And since you're negating the damage, you won't gain any debuffs. You continue to hold the boss. That's all I got. If you're ready, then please stand on this tile between Bravo and Delta. Make sure that you have enough actions for fight. If you still need shell, be behind the purple line. And hopefully someone still has shell. Okay, cool, we got shell. I will be pulling the boss. Hopefully I won't make a terrible mistake. You know, the most likely option is just that I screw up BR. I won't be able to, like, do both hits. Yeah, I got my haste on now. Alice sent me a tell. So that's the only reason why I remembered. Use raid food. Anyway, this is the final encounter. So we're going to hit the boss as hard as we can. And hopefully it'll go well. Okay, I'm going to do this. I've been told. -2 Rampart. And then wait for Rampart to fall off. Then use Blood Rage. Anyway, the first thing is going to be Ether Shield. Ether Shield raid-wide mitigate. Alright, first mechanic is Murder Chests. This is going to be chess pieces marching into the arena. Their rows will be unsafe. Charlie row unsafe, back row unsafe. And Alpha column unsafe. 1 column unsafe. North Swain's Glow is going to force us to a cardinal direction. We're going north. Okay, this is the easiest pattern of my life. 2 markers safe. Back half of this square. 2 markers safe. Wait a minute. I shouldn't have used Rampart. Okay, 1 column, over to the 1 marker, Shit, I should have. Okay, hopefully Rampart is enough. Please feint this, Buster. Okay, I screwed it up. Yeah. Oh. Okay, apparently I received enough shielding to zero out that hit, so thank you. Ether Shield raid-wide mitigate. And thank you, Dinkai, for provoking. I've been saged. This is a super chess. Okay, clearly I need to rethink that. I need more mitigation. The safe spot is south, head north. Wall is unsafe, back is safe. 5s on 3, 6s to the left of 5s, 7s to the left of 6s. 5s on 3, 6s to the left of 5s, 7s to the left of 6s. Wall is unsafe, 5s on 3, 6s to the left of 5s, 7s to the left of 6s. We're marching down the 3 column, wall is unsafe. If you see a line above your head, a gash, then move back. Move too far. And the second movement edict. Finish up your movement, go all the way to the safe square. If you die, just take the L in the safe square. Yeah, nice. Good job, folks. Okay, coming up is a burst window here. I forgot to pot, so I'm going to do it now. Faint Owl Reprisal, Ether Shields. Big hit. Coming up is Reflect and Dispel. Get ready to use your Light Curtain when this bar hits 100. There it is, go ahead and dispel the boss. Use Light Curtains, reflect. If you're not reflecting, then get away from Ball Lightning. Not reflecting, then spread out and get away from Ball Lightning. Everyone into a bubble, get inside the shell. Everyone into the bubble. And now it's going to be Relentless Play. This is Tethers to Wind, non-tethers to Lightning. Observe the gunner in the northwest. You will show your hole to the gunner at the northwest. If you're tethered, then you're going to Swirly Wind Puddle. North Swain's Glow is going to force us to a cardinal direction. You're going east. East towards Alpha. Tethers to Wind and non-tethers to Lightning. Overlap is very big. Point your hole to northwest. Point your hole to northwest. And now to a turret on the wall. This is a tank buster. Din is alive. Okay, go ahead and invuln that. Waiting for 2 slashes. 1. 2. And Ayako can go ahead and provoke. Coming up is Relentless Play. The second Relentless Play. This is a downtime mechanic. I entered BR at a terrible time. We're getting knocked perpendicular to the Knight's tether on the side that the Queen is not slashing. You can follow Hex 1 for this. When the boss disappears. Let's see. Where's the Queen? We're going this way. This is a pretty big open safe spot. Half radius knockback. Observe the tethered clones. Get to the center of the arena. Left or right. Head to Alpha. Charlie Alpha. Get ready to burst. Use your Font of Power, Font of Magic. 30 seconds of uptime. Ether Shield, raid wide. And yeah, use your bursts, whatever you have. It's use it or lose it. And then we're going into the second super chest. Alright, it's looking pretty good, so we're going to gamble again after super chest. So same thing as first super chest, same thing. Add your debuffs and head north. Back is safe, wall is unsafe. 5s on 3, 6s, wait. Yeah, 5s on 3, 6s to the left of 5s, 7s to the left of 6s, 5s on 3, 6s to the left of 5s, 7s to the left of 6s. 5s on 3, 6s to the left of 5s, 7s to the left of 6s. We're marching down the 3 column. The 3 column. If you see a line above your head, move too far, go back a space so you don't get doomed. Yeah, we're gaming. Okay, I second guess myself. End up in the safe square. Hold healer LB3. Do not healer LB3. So we are gambling on the next mechanic. Healer LB3 timing will be after the second sovereignty. That sovereignty gauge needs to fill. We're going to do the mechanic, then LB3. This is third tank buster. Go ahead and invuln. Okay, stack up in front of the boss. And the knight's gonna hopefully jump to us. Shield Omen. Pop Sprint just in case. Think about reflecting and dispelling. There's also gonna be turrets too. But anyway, inside the knight's hitbox, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the right, dodge the French fries. Then dodge the turrets. Dodge the turrets, thinking about reflecting and dispelling. Dispel the boss and hit your light curtain. Light curtain now. Press light curtain. Light curtain. Get inside the shell. Everyone inside the shell. And healer LB3. Use your healer LB3 now. Healer LB3, pick everyone up. Oh, Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Okay, tier 4 help out with the bleed. And we're gonna... We can probably skip the next mechanic. Oh, that's 4. Okay. Pretty good. Let's go. Good run, good run. Anyone with plates of... Oh, sorry?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, anyway. Good job, guys. And if you still have Sacrifice, you can use that to pick up our folks. Make sure you loot your chest first, though. Sacrifice. A little bit cheaper than a Rise and so on.
I'd say it's a safe guess that 90% of sacrifices are used after you kill Queen.
I mean, Sacrifice is good. I like Sacrifice plus re-raise.
Looks like everyone's up. Hey, they dodged the Dune too.
Alright, so enjoy your cutscenes. Oh. Also, I think if that's Wobble talking, you're just really quiet. Sorry if I talk over you.
No, don't worry.
What?
Okay, now I can hear you a bit better. And yeah, so let's take a picture at the back. Head on to the tree, and you can do your G pose and so on.
That was so fucking bad, dude. I think that was actually my worst DRS run ever. And I'm playing my main job. My main job, my fucking worst ever. That is like so on par.
Yeah, no, I screwed up my mitigation. I was missing Rampart, and I was missing
my
Shadow Wall for the second hit.
God, dude.
I didn't think it through properly. So it turns out it's really easy to TBN both hits in Blood Rage.
You know what? I don't even feel like doing the dog thing.
Good run, good run.
Do I get the... So I just get the duelist rolls?
Oh, if you want the duelist roll, then like you can, if you like take a screenshot of your character with the buff or something, you can post it in
Yeah,
the.
I got it. I've got to screenshot myself in front of the...
Oh.
Screenshot of your name with the buff. Take a screenshot.
Yeah, I
of your
got it.
I mean,
I got it here. I got it here.
You're definitely qualified duelist. Oh, but you forgot the screenshot with the cat.
Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna screenshot myself in front of the cat this time. In front of the cat statue. Once I get the second duel clear. So I can brag about it to my friends.
I just took a screenshot of me killing the Stig.
Okay. So raid has concluded, but if you can stay for a little bit longer, there's a little Lego Steppers celebration that most hosts like to do. The celebration will be held on the server Ferry in the Doman Enclave. So if this is your first clear, please server visit to Ferry.
No. That was bad. That's fucking save us.